Well, happy Sunday. What a lovely day. It is kind of crisp out here this morning. I am really
Y'all see
excited.
my baby? He getting on his Zoom.
Oh,
He be taking his content creating
Lord
serious.
have
We
mercy.
got a two for
Sorry.
one special going on here.
Ugh. Anyway, I was sitting here
So you know,
trying to do this live from TikTok too because I for some reason on my Restream, I use Restream and I pay for it, and I still can't get connected to stream live on TikTok. So give me a second, guys. So we're going to be starting, and we're still in Genesis, and I'm thinking about going ahead and finishing it. Um, as soon as I can get this, I really wanted to start doing it live on TikTok too, because I do have like 3,000 followers on there. So um, I'm not sure why this is. So you might hear some nasty talk, but let me try to get back in here one more time. I try to hit my profile as soon as possible because you never know what's going to just pop up there. So I hope you guys are having a lovely day. It is so beautiful out here, guys. So beautiful. It is really sun is shining. Well, that wasn't a bad one. Okay. All right. So now let me just see if I can get live on here. And okay. Um, all right. All right. So I think we're live. Three, two, one. Okay. So we are live on TikTok here and we are live here. So I'm just waiting for people, at least one person to show up on TikTok. I only have 200 subscribers on YouTube, and I have 3,000 followers on TikTok, and I have about 6,000 on Facebook. But I'm not doing a Facebook Live right now. I'm just doing a live on TikTok. So basically, this is a Bible study. Um, and um, so, if you guys want to see this, I am streaming from, I don't know if you guys can see it. I am streaming from my laptop. And I wish I could um, hook this up to. Anyway, let's get on with it, guys. So Shabbat Shalom. I have my shofar. Tomorrow is the Day of Atonement, starting Monday at night till Tuesday night. So I'm going to go ahead and give a shofar blow. It's a time for remembering our sin, afflicting ourselves, so that we remember, the sadness of our past sins. It's not like when it says atonement, guys, it doesn't mean going and beating yourself in the back with, being really like Christ in that sense, So if you guys are wondering, I'm talking to TikTok and then I'm coming back over here and I'm also talking here too. So anyway, it's a beautiful Sunday morning here, and let's go ahead and get on with this reading. I'm going to pull this up on YouTube here, and let me see if you guys can hear this. Make sure I got this volume turned all the way up here. Smiley, where are you? Come on, get over here and lay down so I can see where you are. I've got some coffee. I'm sitting here, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to listen to. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can find me at The King is Coming. The King is Coming. Number 8. So you just type in, when you go to your YouTube, you just type in The King is Coming 8, and it'll pop me up. So I'm going to give a little shofar blast.
Genesis 17. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me, and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. Abram fell on his face. And God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto...
So this is where he's making that seed covenant about establishing the entire, our promised land. Smiley, come on, right here. Sorry, guys, I have a dog. Lay down, down. Good boy, good boy. All right, so I'm going to grab some coffee here, guys. I brought me some coffee out here, and we're just going to enjoy some Bible study and some coffee. Cheers, guys. Yeah, it does have that on there. Sorry, but it's the only cup I have. It was my mother's. Anyway. All right, let's keep listening. So he's establishing that covenant with the... So if you guys are just pulling in here, Spider-Man, everybody, I'm listening to the Bible, and what we're doing is I'm on live, but I'm also streaming. If you guys go to The King is Coming 8, you will actually be able to see what we're doing here. But unfortunately, my streaming only allows me to stream to like 8 places, and for some reason TikTok will not allow it. So
give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. And God said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations.
So we're going to be keeping this covenant for generations after that, is what he's saying right there, guys.
This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man-child among you shall be circumcised, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you. Every man-child in your generations, he that is born in the house, or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed. He that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
Okay.
And the uncircumcised...
So that's an everlasting covenant that God is making with Abraham, obviously. And, Abraham was very old when he got circumcised. I forgot the age, but he was really old once he decided to make this covenant with God. So he was walking with God before the covenant. So let me just say that if you haven't been circumcised, please don't let that stop you from walking with God. That is not a reason. That's just not that's not it, guys. So don't ever let that stop you.
uncircumcised man-child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant. And God said unto Abraham, As for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be.
So
And I will bless
Sarai
her,
to Sarah.
and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abram fell upon his face.
So Sarah is a mother of nations. That's nations, which means our bloodline. If you are in Christ, you are a grafted in spiritually. And, you know, that's a great place to be, is grafted in spiritually through Yeshua. Jesus. Yeshua is his Hebrew given name, guys. I'm not a sacred namer or anything like that, because that's just because some people just don't understand that Yeshua is his name. So Jesus is what everybody knows him as. So anyway, guys, just keep listening to this, because so Sarah is the mother of nations. That's probably Jerusalem, Pakistan. I mean, many nations, guys.
And laughed, and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? And Abraham said unto God, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful.
So we have Isaac and Ishmael, two that came from Abraham's seed. And Ishmael went off and they started their own nations. And who knows, I could be from Ishmael's seed. It doesn't, they're all blessed because he is Abraham's child. But remember, they told Abraham, you're going to have as numerous as the stars in seeds. So Ishmael and Isaac are basically, they started nations. So let's keep listening.
And will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget.
Hold on.
And I will make him a great nation.
Okay.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
Okay.
And he left off talking with him, and God went up from Abraham.
Okay, guys. So we're in chapter 17 of Genesis. That's where we're reading from. We're reading from the KJV. This is the King James, official King James online version that we're just kind of listening to. So if you go to YouTube, you can actually see all this. You can see it pulled up. You can see it all. You can go to The King is Coming, number 8. The King is Coming, number 8. That will be my channel. You guys hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to see all of these all the time. I have over 300 videos that you guys can watch. So let's keep listening.
And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house,
Some coffee?
and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in the selfsame day, as God had said unto him. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised.
So he was 90 years old when he got circumcised, guys. And he had been walking with God. And a lot of people think, oh, well, I haven't been circumcised, I can't walk with God. Well, Abraham was walking with God his entire life. If you go and read I'm going to do some other studies, the Apocryphs of Abraham. There's another reading that he wrote from his childhood. It's amazing, guys. Go to my channel, The King is Coming, number 8. You guys can find all of my videos. But so Abraham is a great study. Anyway, so he was 90 years old, guys. We cannot let these men of God need to just keep walking with God, whether they've been circumcised or not. So do not let that keep you from walking with God.
In the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
Ooh, 13.
And the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised, and Ishmael his son, and all the men of his house, born in the house, and bought with money of the stranger, were circumcised with him.
All right. So that's that chapter. All right, give me a second, guys. Let's listen to one more chapter. This is Genesis chapter, if you want to follow along in your King James Version. Or you can read it on the screen if you go to The King is Coming, number 8 on YouTube. So, and the Lord, okay, so this is number 8, and let's listen, guys.
Genesis 18. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes, and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground, and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, So do, as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed.
And let's not forget, guys, that Abraham was a very, very wealthy man, because he followed God, and he was wealthy before he ever was circumcised and made that covenant with God.
And set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah, thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said,
So this is where the angel of the Lord, I believe, some people it's Melchizedek, and I believe this is Melchizedek coming up and talking to Abraham. So Abraham has 90 years old, just been circumcised. His son Ishmael was 13 and got circumcised. So he made it a covenant. So that's a whole nation by itself that goes off by itself. That is circumcised and has made a covenant with the Lord at 13 years old. And this is, so now we have, the angel of the Lord. Either it's, there's a lot of debate about whether it's Melchizedek or just an angel of the Lord, a messenger. So let's keep listening.
I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child, which am old?
So Sarah's laughing, like, hey, I'm not, I'm 90-something years old. I'm about to have a child. This is, how is this even possible? But this is, remember, I don't know if Sarah's bond is as strong as Abraham's bond is with Yeshua, But Abraham is 90 years old, just been circumcised, and now an angel of the Lord's telling him that Ishmael isn't going to be his only child, and he's about to have Isaac.
Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence, and looked toward Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now, and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence, and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said,
So now he is actually about to go to Sodom, guys. And I don't know if you guys are ever been on YouTube. Once again, if you've just joined, my channel on YouTube is The King is Coming 8, where we do this every Sunday. I have also other 300 plus videos. I have a study of Revelations going on every Thursday now. The book of John on Saturday night. Tomorrow night, we're doing a testimony. Tonight we're doing a testimony. If you go to The King is Coming number 8, or you can find me on Facebook, Tammy Campbell Klein. Guys, it's amazing what God is doing in his people. You know, you can't imagine the beauty that is being created out of the love that Yeshua is sending through his people. But anyway, I'm going to finish this up, and I hope you guys will check me out on The King is Coming number 8. That is my YouTube channel. And let's finish this up, and then I'm going to blow a shofar and, bless this day.
Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy, and not spare the place, for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city.
So here Abraham is arguing with God, wanting to save Sodom. Guys, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, if you don't believe that Sodom and Gomorrah existed, please go down to on YouTube and look up Ron Wyatt. He had actually found it. He also found the Ark of the Covenant, and he also found the Ark of Noah. So, guys, you should really look into that. It is a beautiful study, a beautiful testimony. So Abraham, 90 years old, he's been circumcised at 90 years old, guys. So that's just proof. You do not have to be circumcised to walk with God. It's just a testimony of a covenant that he's making with his people.
Then I will spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure, there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said,
I mean, he is just really begging God to not destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's because because of his son over there.
I will not do it, if I find
his
30
nephew.
there. And he said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way, as soon as he had left communing with Abraham. And Abraham returned on his place.
All right, guys. So we left off on chapter 18. And we are going, you can find this study on The King is Coming. It's a playlist called From the Beginning to the End. We're just going through the Bible. I have over 300 video guides. I have a playlist of the Seal of God and the 7 Trumps, where you can do a study on that. And I have lots of lives tonight. If you guys go to The King is Coming, number 8, we have a war veteran turned Christian who is going to give his testimony. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Once again, that is The King is Coming 8. You guys take care. God bless you. And you can find all of these studies on The King is Coming number 8, guys. I wish I could stream my stream account to TikTok, but it doesn't allow me to hook it together. So it's a pretty good study. Take care, guys. Let me do a shofar blow here. And remember, the Day of Atonement starts Monday night till Tuesday night. So what that means is we're remembering our sins. Some people are fasting for it. And anyway, it's your choice. It is a Day of Atonement. So I'm going to do a shofar blast to end this, guys. God be with you. I hope his face shines upon you. May he bless you and keep you forever, guys. I love you and he loves you.